you're good to go.
So Tommy Strasser is wearing this. Okay, here at Capital University, it is Jeremy Scott here for this 9th grade girls basketball game between the OV Dragons and a Triple Threat. Right now, the score 29-17. Obviously, we are joining the action here just a little after the half. And on the fly, that is the Dragons. I'm sorry, that's Triple Threat. They put it up and in for 2. That was Helscher for 2. So now the score is 29-19.
Underneath. Too much room, too much room.
Dragons have it, and that's the steal. That's stolen away by Triple Threat. On the steal, that is Homan. Homan on the other end. She dishes underneath, and that is up, and that is good. That's a 2-point bucket there for Helscher with the lay-in. She's got 8 so far here today, and now the score is OV Dragons 29, Triple Threat 21. On the other end, that is Bennett. Bennett's going to attempt a quick 3. That's an air ball, and that's going to go out of bounds. They weren't able to save it, were the Dragons, and so back it comes to Triple Threat, who, by the way, at the half, we're down by 15, but now it is all of a sudden a single-digit lead for the Dragons. It's 29-21. And inbounding, that is Triple Threat. Caden gives it off to Helscher. Helscher trying to find somebody. Of course, she finally does, and that's Kanan. Back up top to Helscher. She gives it over to Heitkamp. Heitkamp for 3. That's up. That's no good. That's a rebound there by Archer. Archer's got it. She dishes it off. Dragons push the ball to the floor. It's 3-on-2 right now. Dishing outside, deciding to pass up on the 3. Driving it baseline, passing it outside. That is Archer. Archer wide open for that 3. That's short. And over it comes to Triple Threat. And Triple Threat has it. Pushing the ball down the floor. That's Helscher. Underneath the hoop. Nice alley-oop. And that is up, and that is 2 for Homan. And now the score, 29-23. Triple Threat down by just 6. Dragons on the move. Outside to Archer. Archer with the underhanded shot. That's up, that's no good, but that will be a foul. That'll be a foul on Triple Threat. And that'll be a shooting foul, so Archer will step up to the line where she was 1 of 2 during the first half. First shot up, and it rims in there. She used all the rim, but that doesn't matter. It went in there for her, so the Dragons kind of stopped the bleeding there, and their lead back up to 7. Few substitutions to speak of for Triple Threat as Archer awaits the second free throw. Shot is up and short. And that's taken by Triple Threat. Threat, get it past half court. Up top it goes to Harrington. Harrington, double team, does she pass it off? That's a 3-point attempt, that's up, that's short, taken underneath the hoop, that's up, that's no good. But on the foul was OV, and so going to the line will be Fraley. Fraley scoreless in the first half, but Fraley has a chance to get her name into the books here with a pair of free throws. That foul on the Dragons. Here at Capital University. Shot is up and rims out, no good for Fraley. Fraley. Second shot up, and it's long off the back of the iron. That's no good. So Fraley 0 for 2 from the line. She's still scoreless. And Bosley on the other end. That's a 3-point attempt. That's up. That's no good. And that's taken by Triple Threat. And that's Harrington who has it. And then she has it stolen away from her in the backcourt. The Dragons reset everything, and there's a 3-point shot. That's up, and that is no good. And Archer can't get it. And the shooter gets it back. That's the other Archer. There are 2 Archers on this team.
Pressure. Too much room.
Wingrove. That's up, that's short, and that's taken by the Dragons. It's taken by Triple Threat, excuse me. And so Triple Threat gets it back, and they're pushing the ball up the floor. Up top, and that's partially blocked by Wingrove. Nice job there to get her hand up there and knock that ball away. Triple Threat, though, still has it. Driving it baseline, and they're going to say that's a foul on the Dragons. That's a foul on Wingrove. So it's going to stay on this end. 30-23 the score. Dragons lead triple threat. As Wingrove checks out. And triple threat inbounds off of the foul. There's Harrington. That's a three-point. That's no good. And loose ball. And they're going to get the Dragons with the foul. That's Bosley. So they're going to get Bosley with a push, and it remains at this end for triple threat. Archer. Over comes to Harrington. Harrington jump stop, passes it off. There's a look. That is up, and that is good. That's a three-pointer for Gray. And now it is OB Dragons 30, triple threat 26. It is just a four-point ball game. All of a sudden, it's become a really good game here at Capital University, and that's taken away. Taken away by Harrington. Harrington pushing the ball to the other end. Harrington jump stop. Harrington up. Harrington good. 30-28 the score. It is a one-possession ball game now. The Dragons with just a two-point advantage after leading by double digits going into the half. Moore has it. Almost has to take away by Harrington again. Outside to Bosley. Bosley, that's a three-point attempt. That is up and good. Bosley, who had two three-pointers in the first half, just put up another one, and now the score 33-28. Dragons back on top by 5. Outside, there's a three-point look. That is up, and that bounces off the rim and out of bounds, and that's going to be off of triple threat. Few substitutions for both teams. As a matter of fact, there will be a timeout on the floor. And so, with the score, 33-28, the Dragons leading triple threat with 8:15 to play here in the second half. We will have more right after this timeout. There's no mute, is there? I just have this. I just turned this all the way down. Back here at the Panther Classic at Capital University, it's Jeremy Scott, 9th grade girls game between the OB Dragons triple threat, 33-28. Dragons on the move. That's a quick shot. That's up. That's no good. Trying to take it coast to coast was Bosley. And loose ball on the floor, and it's taken by the Dragons. So offensive rebound for them. Good hustle there. There's a three-point attempt. That's up. That's no good. That's taken by Gray. So triple threat back with it with a 5-point deficit. Taking ball the other end, having it stolen away. Good defense there on the part of Moore for the Dragons. So Moore has it now. Moore almost having it stolen away, but able to get it back where the Dragons. That's Archer with it. Archer passing it cross court.
Good, Claire. Hey, good, Claire. Up.
Underneath the hoop to Archer. Archer with a little pump fake. That's up. That's no good. It was a good job by Archer to put that ball up. She just wasn't able to put the ball in the hole. And I think she was trying to draw a foul. And ball's going to come back to the Dragons. Looking to inbound and inbounding.
Good job, good defense.
Yep. And what are they going to say here? Are they going to say that she took too much time to inbound it? I do believe so. So, 5-second violation there. And it's going to come back to triple threat. So triple threat with the ball. It's Meyer. Meyer. Driving it up and no good. That was Heitkamp, who had a nice drive there. Good look at the hoop, just wasn't able to put it in. So Dragons back on offense now. That's Archer. Archer's going to attempt a three-pointer. That's up. That's no good. Rebounded by Bosley. Bosley pass outside to Moore. Moore is going to attempt a three-pointer. That's up. That's short. Taken by Archer. So a couple of offensive boards this possession here for the OB Dragons.
Close out, box out. Let's go.
Over comes to Archer. Archer was looking underneath the hoop. Decides to pass it off to the other Archer. Archer on the drive. That's up. That's no good. And they're going to say that's an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Archer. And so it's coming back to triple threat now. 33-28. The Dragons clinging to this smaller lead than what they had. They had a big lead. But triple threats had quite the rally here in the second half. And there's another foul on the Dragons. Foul away from the ball. That was Bosley. And she'll check out of the ball game. On the other end, that's a three-pointer. That's up. That's no good. Taken by Archer. So the Dragons on the move once again. Moore gives it off. Dalton back up top to Moore.
Too much room, Delaney.
Over to Twyman. Twyman up top. Twyman on the drive. Twyman with the left-handed shot up and good. 35-28 the score. Dragons up by 7. That's Holscher. Pass up to Heitkamp. Heitkamp on the drive. Stops, shoots, no good. Rebounded by Archer. There's a tie-up. And the possession arrow will favor triple threat, so it's going to stay on this end. Triple threat will keep possession as Bennett and Kerrer check in for the Dragons. And sitting will be Archer and Archer. And that one was partially blocked, taken by the Dragons. Bennett. Cross-court pass. Moore ends up with it. Moore being guarded by Holscher. And the ball's poked away. And they're going to say it's off of the Dragons. And so Gray will be inbounding it for triple threat. Good job there on defense by them. It's Heitkamp. Passing it to the free throw line, and there's a tie-up. Good job there by Schneider to tie up Holscher, and it's going to come back to the other end, and so it will be Dragons ball once again. Dragons up 7 here at the Panther Classic. Second half of this 9th grade girls game, and we are at just a little over 5 minutes to play in regulation. Moore. Bounce pass over to Bennett. Bennett almost loses it, finally does lose it. That is Meyer. Meyer on the fast break on the other end, and there's a block. What a good block there on the part of Bennett. Triple threat ends up with it, but Bennett said, if you're going to score on this possession, I'm going to make you work for it. Long three-point attempt is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Heitkamp 4-3 makes it 35-31. Dragons up by 4. Moore gets a pick from Bennett, and are they going to say that's a moving screen? Nope, they're going to say that was a foul on triple threat. That foul called on Holscher. And there's a timeout on the floor, and so with 4:22 to go here in the second half, we'll be back with more. Back here at the Panther Classic, the second half of this 9th grade girls game between the OV Dragons and a triple threat. It is Jeremy Scott here on GBA TV. Glad you could join us. We'll have action throughout the day. Dragons on offense now. Into the corner. And poked away. And not quite able to get it was Heitkamp, but good defense by her to knock that ball out of bounds and make the Dragons reset everything. Inbounds to Twyman. Twyman gets a pick from Bennett.
And a ball.
Twyman almost having it taken away, and there's a loose ball. It is taken away. Good steal there by Heitkamp. Gives it off to Harrington. Harrington into the right corner. Back up top to Harrington. Harrington passes it off to Heitkamp. Heitkamp attempts a three. That's short, and there's a scramble for this ball, and it's Triple Threat who ends up with it. That's Harrington who ends up with it. That one almost came right into your living room there. That's Heitkamp. Pass into the corner. That's up and good. That's three. That's three for Holscher, and the score 35-31. The Dragons with a 1-point advantage. Bennett on the other end. That's up. That's no good. Out of bounds it goes, and it's going to remain Dragons ball. And a line change there for the Dragons. 5 in, 5 out. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a dandy. It'll be Bosley to inbound. The starting 5 back into the game for the Dragons. Pass into Dalton. Back it comes to Bosley. Bosley puts it up and gets fouled. And that foul will be on Meyer.
4 on Sammy. Okay. Go in for Sammy.
And that's a third team foul on Triple Threat. And at the line is Bosley, puts it up and in. Bosley is 3 for 3 from the charity stripe so far today. 36-34. Bosley has a chance to put her team up by 3. Shot up, good. No trouble at the foul line there for Bosley. The score 37-34. The Dragons up by 3, and there's a steal in the backcourt. Archer has it. Archer puts it up, and that's no good. It's taken by Harrington. Dragons not able to do anything with that good defensive play there, and back comes Triple Threat. They have a chance to tie. Over to the elbow. Putting it up and having it blocked by Archer. That is Bennett.
Gotta be ours, yeah.
And it will remain Dragons ball. Inbounding is Harrington. Over comes to Kramer. Back to Harrington in the corner. Drives, puts it up, and no good. And it's Dragons ball off the rebound. And that foul will be on Harrington. That is the 4th team foul on Triple Threat. So the Dragons keep this one. Dalton to inbound. It's just to Bosley. Bosley at the point. Bosley on the drive, loses it on the drive, and gives it up to Kramer. Heitkamp now. Over to Harrington. Harrington with a long 3-point look. That's going to be short. And rebounded by the Dragons. Dragons on the push. Dragons on the other end. Archer with the drive. Puts it up and in, and that is an and one. 15 foul on Triple Threat. Archer puts the bucket in. She has a chance to put her team up by 6. Right now they lead at 39-34. Checking out for Triple Threat, Bennett and Kramer. Archer at the line. Shot is good. So the score 40-34. OV Dragons leading Triple Threat. Second half, 2:14 to go. We will be back right here from Capital University. It's the Panther Classic. Back here at the Panther Classic, the score 40-34. The Dragons lead Triple Threat, 2:14 to go in what has become a really good game. The Dragons were up by double digits heading into the locker rooms, so to speak, the figurative locker rooms. But ever since that time, it's been Triple Threat who's come back and has made this one really good. And there's a shot that's up, and that is good. That's Kanan with her 4th point of the ball game. The score, 40-36. Bosley has it. Bosley drives. Bosley dishes out to Archer. Archer for 3. No good. Rebounded by Archer. Back outside. That's Archer up top. She resets everything. Bosley on the left wing. Bosley almost lost it with that fancy dribbling. Almost got a little too fancy with it. And good defense there by Heitkamp. Heitkamp steals it and dishes it off for Triple Threat. Triple Threat pushing it down the floor. Underneath the hoop. Jump stop. Up. Good. That's Holscher for 2. The score, 40-38. The Dragons lead is just 2. And we are at 1:17 and winding on this second half clock.
What's the score?
Hey, that ain't right, is it? 40-38?
Into the corner. And losing it.
That's off her. See the ball now, guys. You gotta help.
And who's that off of? I think that's going to remain on this end.
White ball.
Well, the referees are going to discuss whose ball this is because Triple Threat's bench, understandably, thinks it's their ball. I think the OV Dragons bench would echo those sentiments about themselves, and apparently it's the Triple Threat bench who wins. It's going to go back to Triple Threat, down 2 with 1:05 to play here in regulation. Have a chance to tie it or even take the lead. On the other end, Holscher into the lane. Shot no good, and out of bounds it goes. Harrington wasn't quite able to save it. And it's Dragons ball once again as they cling to that 2-point advantage with 52.7 seconds to play. Inbounds it comes. That is Dalton. Dalton with a nice pass down the floor. That's a shot, it's up, and what a clutch shot there for the OB Dragons. It is up and good. That was Wingrove for 2. The score, 42-38, and there's a steal. Stolen away, and it's Dalton with the shot. That is up, and that is good. 44-38 the score. 6-point advantage for the Dragons with under 30 seconds to play. We're at 27 seconds and winding here in the second half. That is Harrington. Harrington has it. Into the corner it comes. Holscher with a shot for 3. That's up, that's short. Rebounded by Harrington. Harrington almost got bumped out of bounds but was able to get it off over to Homan before she did, and Homan put a shot up and she got fouled on her way up, so this will be a shooting foul. Homan will go to the line where she is 0 for 2 on the day. That foul on Bosley. And that's the 6th OB Dragons team foul. Score 44-38. So Homan at the line. First shot is up, swish. 44-39 the score. 15.5 seconds to go in this second half.
5 and 5. Team fouls. So we need 2 to get to the bonus.
That shot is up, and that is short. And it's rebounded by Archer. Bosley, with nobody down there between her and the hoop, puts it up, and she does get fouled. Shot was no good, but Bosley is going to go to the line. She's 4 of 4 on the day from the charity stripe. Not the person you want to put on the line, but they really didn't have a chance there to foul anybody else. It was Bosley who pretty much had it that entire possession as she took it off the outlet pass. So Bosley at the free throw line. Puts it up and in. 45-39 now. Each team with 6 team fouls. Second shot up, second shot good. 46-39. Dragons up by 7. That ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was poked out by Wingrove, and so Triple Threat will keep it. Heitkamp to inbound. She does. That's to Harrington. Harrington's shot is up, and that is no good. And that's how this exciting game will end. The score, 46-39. The Dragons take this one, and we will be back with all kinds of action throughout the day right here on